Ebusuafo ye mamu nyina ha migidi yese obia ho ye aha eye kontonchi media kontonchi tv kontonchi radio ena wani gusu a wo hwei midin ede efia enima otu adabo ejb obetimi afrem efienhyira me ne me producer ene adwuma a wo ye dos pa berema ye bo asuama me boss ba ko pe me be ma ono nso ha wo ye adwuma dodo no nyina wo akire ede emame abusuafo eba kontonchi media bo sheba akwa ye shemu ene se bibi twegu o man Ghana ha ana ma ahodo so a ye ensem bi e koso no ye fa nsem no a ye yi atase ne makoma breaking it down ama nsem no wate ase na de ye course wo hu se de sitie wo ye Ghana ni bibi koso wo man mu a e wo se wo te ase na aso du ba bi a watumi don se asiubo na nsem no wo hu se de mu nkyire mu esi etie entine eye 8th January 2025 ya betena se niema e course wo twagu Ghana ha titiri nura inaugural ceremony na afi swearing in a course wo ewo Blaster Square a Ghana man panyina yeto abayi no His Excellency Ora John Dramani Mahama enra oso aframu so ayema o hyase edi ne dwuma se man panyini no abusuafo emu nkyeremu de twetwagu ye bia wate bi wahwe bi ade bi okra wonte ase enti na kontonchi media wa ha yaba yeba be breaking it down ede amamo na mpacho yeba be yi video no fra hyase mra His Excellency bedru ye de ekoso aman panyimfo ahodo eba ye Vice President ye maame nana opoku ageman oswe in niema ekoso president speech emu asukodo ni breakdown bibia efra hyase kosi awieye obeka se from start to finish ye ba be kyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm ni nyinaa mu na afi ye de mu nkyerɛmu nyinaa brew ma remfi se ansa na enra president swearing in ebekoso no Ghana ye dwumadie kɛse bi kɔso wo mrahye bedwom ye mrahye bedwafo enti ma remfi se aba no a ye kɔto no ye to abayi mampanyini na mrahye bedwafo enti eba se mampanyini wo se ehwe ema oso afnamu swai ehye ne dwumadi ase a abusuafo ehye ase free baabi twase agye mrahye bedwafo tum ansa na mampanyini no yetumi abagina tumu na Ghana constitution no very interesting sometimes bibi ikoso na oti ase na odi akira obehu se amamra no de akrukyire ye no se de mu dwumadie emu nkyerɛkyerɛmu eni mu asukodo de enti a ye bibi no ni nyina ho nsɛm ɛwɔ ha ye de eba bebrɛ mu nti nyame ya adom a ye hyɛ ase na enra de course ni nyina no hwɛ video no wo hwɛ no obɛte sɛ me ma commentary wa kyerɛkyerɛ wo mu ye de wɔ ho adagye asɛm ne ba a ye ntura mika nya abotre ya fa ba beto ho na ya kyerɛ mu ya mo ate ase pacho mame ma breakdown we kitu e bi na afi ya hyase na enra mampanyini swearing in no ne de course obia no ya be hyase de mu nkyeremu ama ho ya hyase free parliament efri se de course no ya yi parliament free mu a enyeye se parliament na ya 9th parliament we no wo man hyase ani wo mu dwuma enka enra mampanyin swearing in no kentimi nkoso eti mame ma ho abakosem ne se the constitution ni sitie e wo mrahye bedwa ho no kakra bi abusuafo ani se ade e beche mame hyase free yekoto aba no yeto aba 7 December emfie 9 bia na yeyi mampanyin ni mrahye bedwafo abusuafo na anu adai yekokoto ye ne yeto ye no mampanyin de nipa dumiensa ene preye mampanyina no oteso eye mampanyina na adanko akufo ado na bedi akire vice president ono na MPP amanyoko ni yi no se wonyina amanyoko na namu empre mampanyini di brand free se na ado de ye wotwa 8 years awie enti Dr. Mamudu Bawumia oni mampanyi Ora John Dramani Mahama omo pa na gina wo so na ebusuafo ko wi ase no na kire se mampanyi John Dramani Mahama abebio ono na Ghana fo dodo no a eto aba no agi ni tumu na ewie saa no yesa to mrahye bedwafo ede no na wo awhwa unim se afi mrahye bedwa adwa no MPP amanyoko no mrahye bedwafo no matete agu pa eni nti mrahye bedwa no dodo no an ma no NDC fo no enya dodo pa enti saa mrahye bedwafo na yeto aba eyi wo mo no omo no emremu no wo se yagi wo mutum na afi mrahye bedwa dada no an ewo ho no boni beka se ye dissolve no ana ye gunu na no no ebekoso a ade ebeche ama ya soe mampanyini in mampanyin eto abayi ni mampanyin Mahama enra ni ebedi sa adwuma no ade ebechia me yaso mampanyin in na wo se yegu parliament dada no ewo ho no ansa na sa adwumadie no etumi akoso na afi parliament foforo no ehya ase ye adwuma enti 6 bia no 6 of December afi bia yeto aba no 6 December bia nwumre no etwasem na hyebedwafo no tenase na mra hyebedwafo no kwa asetena mra hyebedwa dada no wo magu no na afi mra hyebedwa foforo no ahyase aye adwuma enti saa ena no adadwoada no na ye 6 December no mra hyebedwafo no kwa asetena na msoma speaker betena ase emo mo hwei ema ye gu mra hyebedwa dada no ye 8th parliament no abusuafo ye gu 8th parliament no na twa se de Ghana ye constitution ni sitie no ye hwe na yenya 9th parliament mra hyebedwa to so nkro 9th parliament no yenya ni ebenya 9th parliament ni so a eye process ahodo pi na wo mo befamuo na 9th parliament no abedi mu free se swearing in a ye swear mampanyin in no Ghana constitution no ye swear mampanyin in ye gini tum ewo mra hyebedwafie tisi enya mra hyebedwa no am wo man hye wo mudwumadi ase a na kire se eno ye koye ni mo saa kwan so a enye ye enti wo gu 8th parliament no wonim se 8th parliament no nema bebre ene course na broni frɛ bibi se hang parliament saa na bi frɛ no NDC fo no na 137 MPP 137 ena independent baako ekoka MPP fo no ho na tia ban mu enti na aye ne ho bibio na nya parliament ketwa kra na parliament ana no hye enti oru abansoma na Kingsford Babin ona na speaker of parliament ye do mudwumadie ni nyina ba wieye enti 2020 ye to aba wieye mra hyebedwa na ewo ho eye 8th parliament no mampanyin na adanko akufuado ene saa mra hyebedwa no ye adwuma ne aban no saa mra hyebedwa ne ba wieye December ne da na etoso nsia ena no dwoade no ena saa mra hyebedwa no ye gu no eba na wieye na wonim se abawie saa no na wo se ye hwe ema foforo no ba na abusuafo ye ka ko yanim ntam ne atumi aba video no eso no de ekwawie ya ne se emra hyebedwafo no dom kuma ne dom dodo no wo mo do so ne no mo amusa no ye to aba ne ye speaker na we no esanse na NDC mra hyebedwafo ne do so pa ne ntino na MPP mra hyebedwafo no nhyada eno so saa no NDC fo no suggest wo mu speaker wo mo bo owura abansoma na Kingsford Babindin sa wono ansanto aso 9th parliament no enti MPP fo no so antwekra eno mo gi ni tumu fi so mo so koboni powerful ni yakase ento aba ye de nipa dodo ena eyi eno efe bi simple majority se nipa ne chen ba akokra wo mo na enya se mbeka ya 2020 ena ma atwede bo course no na we no NDC fo no chen MPP fo no bebre to mo ahom ho kra no mo gi owura abambabin etumu se speaker abusuafo saa elections no ekosu ewo parliament we ye yi speaker wi a na ewo se ye maame Gertrude Araba Tokono Chief Justice wo behwe na oswe speaker in ema okenkan oath no se adwuma a wo beye no Ghana wo beye adwuma ni ye saa ne mani nyina akoso speaker ne so a wo beye no betu bibia no asom Ghana enti saa oath ni nyina abusuafo swearing in bibia no ekoso kama ewo men emrahye bedwafie enti ye maami Araba Tokono agi speaker tum wie no na wo se speaker so tenase na oka bibi de ekire emrahye bedwa no ne Ghana nyina enti ono so agi tum so oba beso no aye ne bibia kama abusuafo de enti edika agi speaker tum no se yenya nyi speaker tum a enye ye free se speaker ena bedi mrahye bedwafo no a empesue bi a wo so no nipa bi a okoto abama no mrahye bedwani bi a okoto abama no speaker Orua abansoma na Kingsford Babin ya gina tumawie wa swearing in ni nyina awie wo mrahye bedwam no ono na eba be lead mrahye bedwafo no wo mu nyina nso aye o mu swearing in mrahye bedwafo ni nyina nso obia nso I swear in was so for side akachire Ghana for say mrahye bedwam wo ba be ya adwuma no kama
on the true state of the nation
yeah said Ghana mra no etie enti no so ekoso enti speaker ehwen Emma mrahye bedwafo no anyina no ye giwo mu etumu abusuafo ma remfi se na anu mrahye bedwa ba ekoto ye mrahye bedwafo na ya so amu in na anu ada no ma remfi se afofrofo nko a wo mu omko mrahye ne 120 mrahye bedwa wo krom ha nyina 276 enti se mu 120 eye mrahye bedwafo a mo ya afofrofo new members new member of parliament a mo aba mrahye bedwam foforo de na kire se wan kasa etwase ohunu se mrahye bedwafo no wo mo foforo no maba no wo mo ko mo nimpa nanso adadafo ni bi bebre ho experience one ho wo mdo mbefam amom so wo ma beredare ye e wo mrahye bedwadwumadi ase free se bronika se a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step sem pim wana muntu okra na wo kwa ha ne Burkina Faso ko ha ne America kra agi so start free baby enti se de ebi mu start free baby enne ye speaker of parliament no wa redare ye e wo mrahye bedwam watena mrahye bedwam free 1992 watena mrahye bedwam ache okọ mrahye bedwafie no watena ho saa na anu adanko wo be free ho no e na speaker ne to no one se wo se to aso biem no enti saa ono social safe free baby saa na afofrofo e ben social safe free baby yes experience once wo ho na afi bebo ama Ghana mrahye bedwa no aye kama na aye fepa abusuafo Ghana bibia akoso oman konkono Ghana saa na oman ye frɛ no na ye kane saa ya na ye me fe ya na ye me de se Ghana ye de emra na kese ato ho na ye frɛ oman konkono Ghana ye nim sa sanso na tie fi se na anu ayekwato abani nim se briche kese na eba abebo na nsu ko wi ase no asumdwe nko a ene kɔɔso e wo man mu ti se de bibia ye kama abusuafo ye yi speaker wie speaker ahwe amamrahye bedwafo no wo mu nyina so afrema so ma remfi se aba na eto ye no parliament no de no ebi da so wo court ye ka ho asem a ye kan wie ye yi speaker wie o se enya first deputy speaker na ye nya second deputy speaker ebusuafo ye wo majority leader and ye wo minority leader na we no hwe 8th parliament no a ene 9th parliament no majority ni minority leader na ansesa fi se na de oye majority leader no won na aba minority ena de o minority no wabeye majority saa pepepe enete wo mo ansesa wo mo leaders no se bi MPP a leader no wansesa no NDC so leader no wansesa je se ba ko abeye minority na ba ko abeye majority saa pepepe nete enti se wo ko my Ghana mrahye bedwamu a majority leader no owura Kesela to forcing NDC ni wo mo na ekuta madodo ena minority leader nso ye owura Alexander Afenyo Markins wono so ye minority dom kuma no wono ena eda ano ye nyina no ye nim no yatete ni din a ewo man mu a onye nipa hoho na abusuafo wo se nya first deputy speaker any second deputy speaker na first deputy speaker o mrahye bedwam owura Bernard Ahiafo wo ye NDC ni wo ye lawyer ni wo na first deputy speaker and a second deputy speaker owura Amoako Andrew Wasiama MPP ni kase pa abusuafo wenum nyina ne nkofo a wo mo beboa ma oman mrahye bedwadwumedie no akoso ye wie saa de no na kire se ade achi na wie mu tete a wo sa ye hwe na ye kokogye mampanyine no atum inauguration is swearing in no bibia etumi ekoso na ne se medical kan kire wo se emrahye bedwa na ye 9th parliament no wo se wo mu dwumedie no mo hya ase ye adwuma nti si ye be yi speaker semrahye bedwa na so ni nyina no abesi 7th na afri se ebo 12 6 no aye gu 8th parliament no ebo 12 pepepa ya tiasi 7th nim na esan se wo se ye nyamrahye bedwafo a emrahye bedwa ya set 9th parliament no gina brane no wo se ye nya nti wo so mo hya ase edi sa adwumadie ni nyina de be kye awiem betete no na te semrahye bedwa no wo mo ye set a ye de kwa akogye mampanyini atumu medical kan kire wo se sa adwumadi a ekọ so Blaster Square ema yekwaje his excellency owura John Dramani Mahama tumuo ema saa ni inaugural ceremony na say inauguration no ekọ so kama no medical kire wo mu se eyemrahye bedwafie ena wo se ekọ enu ti na me fafiri hwa ede ba na nipa dodo no a eba no ene nipa no Ghana constitution mu na eyemrahye bedwam nipa dodo no nti ene ede call Blaster Square enti wo hwe ya speaker betna ase ema mrahye bedwa ne di wo mu dwuma wo Blaster Square ho ema majority ni minority nyina agi tumu se dwumadie no nkoso ansana speaker ehwe ama de wo se yeye wo Blaster Square ho no akoso kama nti se nya Blaster Square ka de koso ni nyina nka wo se nke koso wo mrahye bedwafie abusuafo Ye ni saa no na ye de wo kɔ enra eniema a ekɔ so awo Blaster Square ho emra na ye gye mampanyini atomu sɛdeɛ mu asukodo sitie sɛdeɛ mu nkyeremu esitie ene bibia no ye hya ase ed video no atomu amawo video no guso a ekoso no ankasa no madaroma bibia bebia todwa ye beba na edi mu nkyeremu amamu sesie no emra na His Excellency Owura John Dramani Mahama eba no eno na wo hwe no mampanyini ni die be ye de da hye yemse me be makodi mampanyina ene be hu se de sitie nyasam ketoa His Excellency Owura John Dramani Mahama wono ena eba no we nyina eye amane abakosem Ghana Constitution no wo hwe military no a asrafo asojafo security service no ni nyina no mu displace ano mo tete ponko so enra ne ema ekɔso no na nyasam keto ahwe kakra na oguso a wo hwe na wo hwa ebeba na afei emu nkyiremu bi ni se de esi ko ni nyina no ye de abrɛw.
SP Mary Agamba, she is in charge of the police mounted
invited guests arriving now is the president-elect of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Shall we all wave our flags to welcome him? Invited guests, arriving now is the president-elect John Dramani Mahama. He is accompanied by his spouse, soon-to-be First Lady, Her Excellency Lordina Dramani Mahama. Shall we all wave our flags to welcome him? Into the Chamber of Parliament here at the Blaster Square. The entourage of Parliament includes the clerks of Parliament and other senior officials of Parliament. Soon enter the Chamber of Parliament, and so the Speaker of Parliament will shortly take over. Shall we please rise as they process into the chamber? Accredited photographers and media personnel are allowed at the designated places on the square. Please, if you are not authorized to be on the square, kindly move back.
Honorable members, you may now resume your seats. Honorable members, I now have the singular honor and pleasure to invite Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, to administer the oaths to the President-elect and the Vice President-elect. We will start with the Vice President-elect, who will take and subscribe to the oath of allegiance and the oath of the Vice President. Your Ladyship, the Chief Justice, you may now do so now.
Your Excellency, first the oath of allegiance. Kindly say after me. I,
Professor Nana Jane Oboko Ajiman,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Republic of Ghana as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. Your Excellency, now the oath of the Vice President. I,
Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman,
having been elected to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana,
to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear
That I will be faithful.
That I will be faithful
And true.
To
the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
That I will at all times.
That I will at all times.
Preserve. Protect. And defend.
The
Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
And I dedicate myself. To the service. And well-being.
Of
the people of the Republic of Ghana. And to do right. To all manner of persons. I further solemnly swear that should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of the Republic of Ghana, and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations, Madam Vice President.
Thank you.
Lift your
Honorable members, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana shall now sign the oath book.
Rafoɔ hwɛ sɛ de na de sika si kɔ a
and subscribe
the
oath of allegiance
and
the presidential oath.
In fact,
Your Excellency, you may now proceed to do
His Excellency Ora John Dramani Mahama Ghana Ankasa President also Chief Justice we have Vice President we say swearing in oath of allegiance and oath as a vice president.
Your Excellency, kindly say after me. This is the oath of allegiance. Your name.
John Dramani Mahama.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance.
And allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
And that I will uphold.
The sovereignty.
The sovereignty.
And integrity.
And integrity.
Of Ghana.
Of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
And defend.
The Constitution.
The Constitution.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
Of the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Your Excellency, now the presidential oath.
I, John Dramani Mahama,
having been elected
to
the high office of President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will be faithful.
That I'll be faithful.
And true. To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
That I will at all times. Preserve. Protect. And defend. The Constitution. Of the Republic of Ghana. And that I dedicate myself. To the service. And well-being. Of the people. Of the Republic of Ghana. And to do right. To all manner of persons. I further. Solemnly swear. That should I. At any time. Break this oath of office. I shall submit myself. To the laws of the Republic of Ghana. And suffer. The penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President. Let me be the first.
Mame, and the down is what? Matime.
Busiafo Madaroma mo fancha me kakra na mayi microphone afrim Madaroma asam no enyina ne se ye maame vice president na ye maame gesuraba tokunu wo hwe no ama no akeka oath ni ade no unse okamienu ba ko ye oath of allegiance and a back oath of as a vice president. Not just almost swear oath mienu. And I will be frame no with some say, the fiadintina almost a more almost swear near mammy, Nipans obey Juma Bacon. There be Bacono, oh Shabo, or mine who bedini, a your mine Bosha, or show mine if you saw mine and when a vice president, or mine when a president, or mine when a Masolica, or mine when a speaker. It's a dear, your mind, moon at the BI, the Mount Piano, so far. Not a soul shapa. Oh, no, a saw mining in our I saw mining in our bone. Yeah, office this way, Yaman. What a shop was already office. But for office this was it's not a it's two reference so that one was on a speaker. Yeah, oh, for colleges, not the over the speaker. So Sana, Yamami, vice president, one of the kind, the Bosha, or share, Chief Justice can be you, and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to see a Afnano or some Peja Cosoro. The actually we are singing, say dear, naturally say, BBI, a kama, mine or a gentleman pa, chita for the near Jinipa, a quab, blaster square hono, then any packet. And you mre be non do na chere se blaster square hono nipa akọ bodom pem ho nya asem ketwa ho ye ma nenso wohwe ntutu ya hodo amudi gu akwa mu a e ade se tumi bu a ye ma ba bia e wo se dwumadie ni fama wiase nyina ehu ne de nipa na ntwi ankonkofa ho wo mo toto wo mo ne emaye pa ti na me ka se sese de wo mo sihye ne emaye nya abotere sihye ne emaye ma bibia ye ka me wo mo fata abasobo we kra ye nkamfo fize me ni hwiamde ma wo mo fata nkamfo me kamfo wo mo abasobo de ra se bibi ka ho enti wo mo toto ne ema nyina ye sese ya na mamuo no so ko mo toto ne ye dia no kwasem se in fact bibia ye kama pa nipa ne kwama ne ye fe nipa fifre chichi ni pencheyem eno mbaaye wo hwe first gentleman of the land na no ye former president a free 7th no 9th neighbor no na wababa ye president elect say die wababa ye His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana Orua John Dramani Mahama Abebio tena adwani mo eti ya ma Chief Justice and afi said the speaker esi hwe no ya hwe ama omampanyin John Dramani Mahama na watena na adwom fefefa oba no abusuafo no kwasem se Ghana ye constitution no e kire ne ma bebrebe na se bi wo ho a wonimu a unhu se de sitie president yaso an in awie na kire se wo so de na address atudwa okasa ema wiase nyina etie pa chaw president speech nsem wom hweni di na do speech no on Ghana for di nkomo
Speaker of Parliament, honorable members of Parliament, Her Excellency the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman, Her Ladyship the Chief Justice, Your Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Ghana, and special guest of honor for this occasion, Your Excellencies, Presidents, Heads of Government and Development Agencies, Your Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and former Presidents, Your Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and sisters. I wish you a good morning, and we give thanks to the Almighty God on this occasion. Our Father who art in heaven, we thank you for giving us this day, a day that offers me, your humble servant, a unique opportunity to work to reset our dear country, Ghana. 32 years ago, on January 7th, Ghana made its first and most successful democratic transition, a reset, with the swearing in of the newly democratically elected President, Jerry John Rawlings, of blessed memory. Our nation was returned to a multi-party democracy with a new constitution that went into effect, and the Fourth Republic was officially established. I refer to it as a reset because on that day in 1993, we made our fourth attempt at establishing a democratic system of government with term limits based on free, fair, and transparent elections. The handover of power on January 7, 2001, between former President Jerry John Rawlings and at the time the newly elected President John Ajekwu Kufuor, tested that reset, and our nation passed with flying colors. So today, with my induction as the new President of the Republic of Ghana, history is being made once again. And it is a history worth repeating every 4 years with each newly elected president. Today, we're also making a different kind of history, one that speaks to our maturity as a democracy, a nation of citizens enfranchised with the authority at the polls to determine their political future. Today's exercise between the outgoing President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and I feels a bit like a deja vu. That is because 8 years ago to this day, on January 7, 2017, we shared this same space and performed this same transitional exercise. At the time, I was the outgoing President, having served one term, and he was the incoming President, having been given a mandate by the people of Ghana to lead this great nation of us. He and I both understood on that day, as I'm sure we are today, that it is the people of Ghana that we are elected to serve. Somehow, it seems fitting that it is with Nana Akufo-Addo that I twice shared this stage and this unique historical distinction, because Nana Akufo-Addo and I began our national political careers in Parliament in the same year, 1996. He has always greeted me with warmth, a firm handshake, and a smile, and he is perhaps the only person in my life who has persistently chosen to call me Johnny. While we belong to opposing political parties, we shared a sense of mutual respect. In those early days, we probably could not have imagined that destiny would bring us to the leadership of our respective parties, and that we would have to face off 3 separate times as we each vied for the highest office of the land. Nana, as this will be our final meeting under these circumstances, and as I look back on the journey we have traveled together, 2 much younger men who entered Parliament together with a full head of black hair, and you with the same bald head and round eyeglasses, I have to say that you have, without exception, been a worthy opponent. I extend my warmest wishes to His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmudu Bawumia. It was a grueling campaign, and we gave it our all. Your sportsmanship in making an early concession eased tensions and contributed to the early conclusion of the electoral contest. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. My brothers and sisters, the world in which Ghana exists today, as I begin this presidency, is not the same world in which we have lived under other presidencies. There are tensions and conflicts that have not previously existed between nations. These tensions and conflicts place pressure on alliances to decide where we will support. There's a seismic shift happening within the system of global economic dominance. Whereas the G7 nations, United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan once provided the highest percentage of the world's GDP, over the last decade, that number has been steadily dropping. However, the combined total of the GDP of the BRIC nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, UAE, their GDP has been consistently increasing. In 2023, for instance, the G7's combined total of world GDP was 30%. But by 2029, that number is predicted to drop to 27%. In 2023, the BRICS percentage of world GDP was 37.3%. And so what does this mean to us in Ghana? What could it mean to our economy? Where do we fit in this geopolitical maelstrom? Technology such as artificial intelligence has taken us to new heights, opening up the potential for national, financial, and personal security issues that we are not yet able to imagine. One example is the use of misinformation and algorithm manipulations on social media platforms to sway a particular group's sentiments towards or away from something. Now more than ever before, we need to strengthen our ties with our neighbors to ensure that we're working together to keep our sub-region safe. We stand in solidarity and work in alliance with all our neighbors in the sub-region. Recognizing the history of our borders, we also acknowledge that on the other side of our country's borders are our family members. They may be Ivorians, they may be Togolese, they may be Burkinabes, they may be Nigerians or Malians, but they are also Akans, they are Kasinas, they are Gwans, they are Ewes, they are Nzemes, they are Hauses, they are Moshis and Gurmes, because we are all part of one another, one big family. With the increase of the climate crisis, and as the waters grow warmer, melting the Arctic ice and permafrost, there's a greater likelihood for viruses that have been frozen and thought to be extinct for decades, perhaps even centuries, to begin to spread and create another global pandemic. The changing climate conditions, increased population density in urban areas, and mass international travel are enabling existing viruses to spread and mutate at a faster and faster rate than they did before. This is a serious challenge. Let us not forget the toll that the past epidemics of viruses like Ebola, COVID, and Mpox have taken on the families and communities and medical infrastructure in several of our neighboring countries and in the sub-region. Let us also not forget how swiftly and completely the COVID pandemic brought the entire world to a screeching halt. My government will be working diligently to strengthen our public health systems while monitoring the global health situation so that when, and not if, but when the next pandemic or epidemic occurs, the loss of lives in Ghana will be minimal. The larger world exists around us and to some extent within us. While we cannot and should never use it as an excuse to stray from the direct and immediate needs of Ghana for the well-being of our citizens, we must also bear in mind that the affairs of the world, if we care to shape, lessen, avoid, or even at the other end of things, maximize the effect they have on us. My brothers and sisters, barely a month ago, we held historic elections that have caused dramatic shifts in our political landscape. I feel greatly honored that you, my compatriots, considered me worthy of receiving such an unprecedented and overwhelming mandate to steer the affairs of our beloved nation at this critical time in our history. The magnitude of this victory in the presidential elections and the gains that were made by my party, the National Democratic Congress, in the parliamentary elections naturally and justifiably resulted in great joy and celebration across our country, Ghana. But celebrations, no matter how justified and how well earned, must be supplanted by discernment, sobriety, and deeper insights into why we received this kind of mandate in the first place. By voting as you did on December 7th, the Ghanaian people conveyed a powerful message, yet often overlooked by us politicians. This message was powerfully emphasized by a giant of American political history, President Ronald Reagan, when he declared at his inauguration some 40 years ago that governments have no power except that granted by the people. While Ghanaians take great pride in our thriving democracy, they are deeply dissatisfied with the quality of governance over the years and have openly voiced that dissatisfaction through the decisive actions that they undertake at the elections. Our people also understand that democracy is not just a token adorned with periodic elections followed by pomp and pageantry with the establishment of a new government. They expect that if democracy is celebrated as a superior means of governance, then its outcomes must be more tangible and benefit them in their individual lives. Any honest introspection and reflection on the pulse of our nation would reveal that many within our population do not feel that they have benefited from or partaking in this democratic dividend. Where people buffeted by severe economic crisis and hardships, and in the last few years we have lurched from crisis to crisis. But there is hope on the horizon. Today should mark the beginning of a new opportunity, an opportunity for us to make a difference in our governance and our economic management. We shall reset our dear nation, Ghana. To the millions of my fellow countrymen and women who joined long queues and waited in the sun for their turn to vote for me, you have my sincerest thanks of ours. Your courage to bring change will not go in vain. Our nation was born with much promise. That promise would seem hazy and in doubt now because of all that has happened in the past. But I urge you, my fellow countrymen, not to be sucked into a state of perpetual pessimism. For some time, our country has urgently needed leadership with an unwavering desire to get things done. I with all humility assent that I intend to be that leader with your cooperation and your help. As your next leader, I shall strive to exercise sound judgment and be able to make the right calls at the right time. I will have the humility and presence of mind to take responsibility for any challenges and be willing to act firmly and timeously to resolve the challenges that we face as a nation. Since the elections, I have read and heard the word hope used many times in relation to my presidency and what it should offer the citizens of Ghana. I intend to speak plainly and clearly to you today, and every time I address you subsequently, I intend to always tell you the truth. The circumstances we find ourselves in are indeed dire, but even so, I'll be decisive and swift in my actions. We'll focus our initial efforts on 4 critical areas. The first is economic restoration and stabilization of the macroeconomic environment. The second is the improvement of the business and investment environment to ensure that Ghana is once again open for business. The third is governance and constitutional reforms. And the final, but not the least, is accountability and the fight against corruption. My brothers and sisters, actions have always spoken louder than words. With that in mind, I have entered into a covenant with you, the good people of Ghana, in which I have enumerated 26 actions that I'll take within my first 120 days. There is reason for hope, and there is every reason for hope. But we must also have faith, because faith empowers us to trust the things that will happen. With faith, you believe what you know, and that is why we need faith to be able to achieve our reset. We need a reset with the faith we have in our country and our leadership. We need a reset with the faith we have in our institutions. We need a reset with our faith in our dear nation, Ghana. And by that, I mean in all of us, because all of us are Ghana. You are Ghana, and I am Ghana. All of you seated here today, Ghanaian citizens, you are the people who you are with or near you as you watch this on television. We enter into the covenant with the Ghana we all love and the good people of our country who make up this dear nation. And I ask that you envision a Ghana that children and your grandchildren. Can we reset as we stand at this momentous crossroads in our nation's history? I am honored and humbled to accept the mantle of the President of the Republic of Ghana. Today we celebrate a new administration and herald an unprecedented era of opportunity and transformation. With Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman by my side, we are poised to embark on a journey of progress and inclusivity, united in our vision for a more prosperous Ghana. This day is particularly special for us and for every Ghanaian who dreams of a society where barriers are shattered and ambitions are realized. With the inauguration of Ghana's first female vice president, we have turned a significant page in our history. Nana Jane's ascension to the high office is not merely a personal triumph. It symbolizes our collective commitment to fostering a nation where gender equality and female representation are cherished and amplified. This is a powerful testament to the power of diverse voices to shape the future, voices that have the courage to soar beyond our traditional confines. My brothers and sisters, together as we look to the horizon, we reaffirm our dedication to breaking the glass ceiling that has long hindered many from reaching their full potential. Governance that reflects all segments of our population strengthens and enriches our conversation. We stand committed to enacting policies that empower women and ensure that the door of opportunity is opened wide for our youth and our women, regardless of their background. Together we will galvanize our efforts to create a society where every Ghanaian can dream, believe, and achieve without any restraints. Remember that great leadership is not defined merely by the offices we occupy, but by the legacy that we leave for future generations. My administration, along with my Vice President, Nano Pukwajiman, will prioritize inclusivity, accountability, and innovation, forging pathways that will lead to the upliftment of all of our citizens. I'm profoundly grateful for this moment, a cornerstone in our journey towards a brighter future for Ghana. In this resounding victory, I see a clarion call, particularly from the youth of Ghana, a generation that is brimming with potential and dreams that are waiting to be realized. This moment is a powerful affirmation that your voices matter, that your aspirations are valid, and that your future must be our priority. We're committed to translating your hopes into action and creating opportunities for education, entrepreneurship, employment, and empowerment. Our policies will be tailored to sustain innovation and foster industry that engages today's young minds and equip them with the skills needed for tomorrow's challenges. Together with the private sector and captains of business, we will create decent and well-paying jobs. As we embark on this new chapter, I assure you that our decisions will champion diversity in all facets of governance, ensuring that every Ghanaian, regardless of your ethnicity, your gender, your age, your religion,